Hey guys, Happy New Year. It's Jonah here on a celebration of Homebrew Wednesday, and I'd like to first start off by saying I'm sorry I didn't upload my 12 beers of Christmas yesterday, and there was a reason for that. And the reason was I was at work and I came home thinking I was going to stay in, drink some beer and stuff. And my missus was all dressed up and she said, "Don't you remember? We were going to go out." So I said, "No." So I had to instantly get ready and go out. So I did have some beer, but unfortunately I didn't record it. I will be doing an episode today, and if you're lucky, I'll backtrack and try and recreate New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve, that would be a thing, wouldn't it? That was over a week ago. Anyway, we're on Homebrew Wednesday. We're in 2014. It's a new year, and we've got a few things to talk about homebrew wise, and hopefully you guys will help me out here. Okay, now if you remember last week, I asked you guys to give me your New Year's resolutions or your new beer resolutions, and my first one was brew more. Don't know if you remember that. My second one is going to be make sure you take notes, because last year I didn't take that many notes, and I should have written them in the book. And then I had lots of little pieces of paper with all my recipes on, because they weren't in the book when we moved house. Poof, they all disappeared. So make sure you write notes. Number 3, build up a rolling stock, because yes, we've moved out, and I need to get brewing, build up some beers, and even send some out to a few of you guys that I owe plenty beers to. Hopefully that will happen soon. Visit more beer festivals. That's another one I've got. The BBFCD, whatever it is, Great British Beer Festival. Pardon me. I missed out last year, so guys, whoever's going to the beer festival, let me know, because I work really odd days, and sometimes it's difficult to get the day off, so I need to book the day off like a long way in advance, or at least find someone at work who's willing to cover me. Cover me, damn it, get down. So yeah, if you're planning on going, come up with a plan soon and let me know. It's only January, but it will be here before long, and I won't be able to go otherwise, so try and get a date together, or even ask me for my shift pattern, and then we'll work something out. I wanted to do a little bit of a review of the year. Don't want to go on too long in this video, but we've got a couple of things that I thought are worth talking about. Best new brewer. Well, I've had quite a lot of your brews this year, and it's going to go to 2 people. We're talking Brewdad75 and Drunken Fish Brewing. Now those 2 guys came joint second in the Brew Off, the One Kit Challenge. And both of them sent me some other brews to try, and let me tell you, those boys, they're good. They're making some nice brews. So yeah, best new brewer, or best new brewer to me, because you might have been brewing for years, guys. Don't think you have. I think you've been brewing for a little while, but not majorly. Very, very good, guys. Next one, best explosion of the year. And I'm not talking about in Uncle John's pants. We're talking UXB. Talking the unexploded Braggot, which exploded in Darren's kitchen, and also a couple of them exploded in Zippy's shed. So I mean, that brew was under some serious pressure, and it was a lovely brew. I mean, Zippy knows, because I keep telling him, don't want to blow the wind up his skirt too much, but very, very cool. So yeah, best explosion of the year. I mean, my one on the strawberry cider, that was pretty good. That's a close second. but unexploded braggot, it's got to be the best explosion. Um, best beard. Now, I'm not going to win this one, I think. There's two guys, when you think about beards, and you're not talking about Uncle Jonah, there's two guys that spring to mind. One is Tiny, down there, down under, and the other guy's Zippy Searle. Now, for some unknown reason, when I started growing my beard again, because I usually grow mine for winter, because I'm too tight to buy a scarf, and it's bloody cold on a motorbike, let me tell you. Both of those guys decided to shave. Tiny shaved, and then Zippy shaved the sides off. So beard of the year, it's got to go to Zippy, because it was a fat beard anyway, and then he's just cut the side bits, so he's still got the donger goatee. It's like a goatee, a goat's tail hanging out of his mouth, man. Unbelievably cool. So yeah, beard of the year. Now, got a couple more stories to you. It was only going to be one, but then another one happened last night, so it's crazy, which is weird brewing link or weird shit of the year. Now the first one, which was going to win, was brilliant. A guy at work who does do a bit of brew, he brews some cider. Basically, me and this other guy got him into it. He went to Slough, which is not the best place to go, really. Sorry if you live in Slough, but it's pretty pants. To get his hair cut. Now, he was sitting in the barber's chair, and they happened to get talking about brew for some reason. Now, the guy in the chair said he was homebrewing, and he was learning about homebrewing from YouTube. And so my friend, oh, okay, right, yeah. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube thinking CraigTube, for example, someone like that. And he goes, the barber, goes, yeah, I've been following this crazy bastard called Uncle Jonah. And the guy, my friend, almost fell out of his chair because he went, I know that guy, I work with him. And the barber, you what? Rubbish. Anyway, to the barber, called Barber Sal, I think it's Sal, something like that, or Sel maybe, or Sol, over in Slough. You know who you are, brother. Send me a message, dude. I want to say hi to you, man, because you gave my boss essentially a good haircut. So that's pretty weird, don't you think? Now, even weirder, this happened last night. New Year's Eve, right? Walking around, went into a pub in Twickenham called the Barmy Arms. If you know that, if you know Twickenham, you'll know where the Barmy Arms is. It's one of the pubs down by the river, and it's a great pub. It's an absolute cracking pub. So went in there, and they were doing what are those brews called? The Battersea ones. Junction. Is it Junction? Samworth. That's it. Samworth. Sambrook. Something like that. Forgotten what the beer was. And there's one called Wandle. Anyway, look it up on. Go on the internet. Where is it? Up there? Down there? Do a search for it. Wandle. Wandle beer. I think it's Sambrook. Something like that. Anyway, so got a pint of that. Got my missus a drink. We went down to sit down. And the guy behind the bar was giving me a weird look while he was pouring the drinks. And I was thinking, what's going on? I'm not a regular. I've been there loads of times before because my girlfriend used to live in Twickenham. But yeah, it was a bit weird. So we sat down and we were like, what was that all about? Anyway, he comes up to me and he goes, do you do beer blogs on the internet? And I went, yeah. He goes, have you done a review of this pub? And I was like, I've mentioned it before. He goes, nice one. I'm going to buy you a drink. And he did as well. So being bought a drink because of your beer blogs on New Year's Eve, I didn't even ask his name, sorry man, but the barman at the Barmy Arms in Twickenham, you're a legend. And for everyone else, go there because it's a really, really good pub. And in the summer, it's beautiful, right next to the river, and they do some cracking ales as well. It's a lovely, lovely pub. If you go there at the weekend, they have the old Barbie out. You get some food down there as well, especially on rugby days. Tell them Uncle John has sent you. Anyway, I thought it was going to be a short one. It's a bit longer than I anticipated. But you guys, have a happy new year from Uncle John, and make sure you drink loads of beers. Take care, guys. See you soon. Come on.